Sagittarius, this is your July 2022 soul story. If you have a sun rising or moon is in the sign, this is a reading for you. I'm going to give you some important astrological dates and intuitive guidance that I hope is going to inspire and support you as you navigate your way through these coming weeks. This is Romy. Welcome to the channel. Okay, Sagittarius, we're opening up the month of July with the energy of the Four of Pentacles. You have to hold steady this month. I feel that there is a theme that's playing out where we have to remove so that we can replace. Now, if you're holding on too tightly to something, if you find yourself in the energy of craving or yearning or grasping, then sometimes the universe will come in and purposefully remove or make you feel those things even more acutely so that you understand that you are triggered in some ways, that you are tested, because that's what we're all experiencing this month, is really deep, profound lessons to be learned in our soul journey, so that you unravel, you unfurl, you let go, you surrender, and you realize that the very thing that you are striving to attain outside of yourself is sitting within you. So we open up with the energy of Mars squaring Pluto on the first of the month. It's a volatile, challenging, difficult experience for us to move through. So there may be some heaviness and some burdens that we enter into July with. And yet, Four of Pentacles also does suggest that there's a firm, solid foundation that you have built upon. And that this is something that we can help enable you to hold steady as some of these course corrects come into effect through the month of July. Now don't worry, because when we leave the month, there's going to be a beautiful sun trining with Jupiter, really auspicious, lucky energy. And so I have a sense, I've been saying through the soul stories, is that what we come into this month with by way of anything that's heavy, dense, or in terms of causing us inner conflict, has the opportunity to be resolved in some way. And as long as we allow ourselves to go deeper and to do the work, then we come out the other side with a sense of liberation, lighter, more free, and more able to see the way forward. This month, I think, for you, Sagittarius, has a series of events that are going to be transpiring, that are going to ask you in lots of different ways to process the news and information differently. Yeah, it's a sacred month. And we have this full moon coming in Capricorn on the 13th, and it is squaring with Chiron, the wounded healer planet. It is also trining with Uranus and sextile to Neptune and the goddess Asteroid Juno. Here we have this honest, direct, and as justice comes through here, very fair full moon in some regards, but it does invite us to speak vulnerably. It invites us to really enable ourselves to express the things that we have to, because if it's squaring with Chiron, that wounded healer, it's those parts of ourselves that feel really tender and sore and still a little bit raw. Yeah, but the thing is, the Capricorn earth energy is holding us safely. And there's something about the karma needing to be rebalanced here. Now with the Four of Pentacles and the Justice coming in here, in a way, there's aspects of this situation that I think are going to be unfolding for you around the full moon, where you're going to be able to take the emotion out of it at the same time as deeply feeling the trigger of it. How does that work? Well, it's almost like becoming the observer and the witness of what's playing out. So it's a very revelationary time mid-month for you, and it's going to require like a deep pause. You may even have to have a little bit of a wait and see energy. You may, following the outcome or the result of something, have a change of mind, a change of heart, a change of direction. In fact, the turning point for you in some instance this month is pretty significant. Now, we are 8th house energy in Cancer season for you, so it's a naturally introspective, deep soul inquiry time of the year for you anyway. Coupled with what's actually playing out in the collective frequency, it's set to be a time when Everything is about what's going on within you. And you don't need to ask other people. What you need is to be trusting more and more in yourself. The thing that you're coming to terms with, that you're coming to realize, Two of Cups coming in here, is really that it's one thing to learn or to understand information or experiences, but it's the significant energy shift that you have to now make within you because of it that is really going to demonstrate to you, okay, this is what it feels like to truly grow and to truly change. Now, that Two of Cups does put an emphasis, as this full moon will, around our relationships, professionally, certainly, in the workplace for many of you, also romantically. And with Cancer and Capricorn energy playing out in the first part of the month, there is this desire to want to put focus on what makes us feel safe and secure. Now, the minute that you have put too much of that in the hands of somebody else, where the opportunity for that to be removed or taken away or turned up or turned down, that's really what the guides are wanting you to understand, that there is nothing outside of you that can decide how safe and secure you are. You have to access that part of your soul from within. And so, again, this moon will speak directly to you in that way. We also have the Asteroid Goddess energies working really supportively this month. We've got Pallas Athena shifting on the 4th of the month into the sign of Gemini. Remember, she's all about the wisdom bringer and helping us to get new strategies in place as we really work our own power source. Now in Gemini, she's all about balancing intuition and logic, and really she's being represented with the Page of Wands as I talk about her here, with this magnifying glass, almost like Sherlock Holmes, ready to unearth, ready to go deeper. You are being invited to consider why you're choosing the path of struggle. Why are you choosing the path of struggle? Sometimes even when peace or solutions that become available to us or are presented to us that offer a deeper sense of joy or balance, we will still seek the stress because it's just become second nature. It's what our nervous system is used to. We spent our whole lives being attuned to being in a state of fear, being in a state of suppression or disempowered energy. And so the reprogramming that's taking place, that you've already, been aware of within the self over this last couple of years, is becoming more and more acute. The layers are shedding to a greater degree. And the Page of Wands is kind of opening up this whole new dialogue, this whole new conversation piece. That's going to help in terms of your interaction with others. But what also is coming through here is that we have to slow it down. We have to slow it down even further than that. Sagittarius, even more than you think, yeah? Probably to uncomfortable levels. And for those of you who are, high achievers and wanting to push, this might be a month that feels a little bit in conflict with your natural tendency. But you're being invited to trust in the perfection of the universe here, rather than your need to make it perfect by striving and pushing. Now, your Three of Wands has you in a really elevated position here. But look, she's still at a standstill. In fact, she's actually taken the ship out of the ocean. So pay heed to this. She's taken it out of the ocean, so it stops sailing. Okay? And her hair is so long that's almost indicative of the fact that, yes, there's a period of time to wait here. But we wait in confidence, we wait in trust, we wait in a sense of sureness. Now, she's also picking that ship up because I see course corrects taking place this month. And again, this reminder that you have to hold steady. Now, Vesta, Asteroid Goddess, on the 7th of the month, shifts retrograde in Pisces. She's all about what we devote our time and energy to. Yeah, that sacred inner flame, the hearth and home. And retrograde in Pisces, it's going to be a big old review of your boundaries. Now, the Four of Pentacles suggests you're clear about where they should be, but you're just going to have a short, sharp kind of wake-up call, perhaps, with a reminder in the transit of retrograde at where you need to shore that up a little bit, where you need to return and strengthen it. Put things back into the right order, if you like. Justice needs to be considered here. What is going to bring you balance within yourself, within those two parts of you, but also in those direct relationships that you have in your life. Because if you've got to do the deep work this month, and you do, if you're going to be tested, and you will, then what you don't need is the projection and the interference of those influences that you know are going to do that anyway. Different when it comes from places that are unexpected or surprising, but when you have those culprits that typically are always the same ones that cause you that imbalance, this is definitely a month where you want to give yourself a wide berth and some extra protection in terms of your time and your focus, because the changes that are happening, some of them are imperceivable to others, and that's okay. Are you at peace with this, or are you still looking for validation of it by way of, look how much I've grown, offer me the promotion, look how much I've changed, where's the abundance, look how much I've improved in this relationship, where's the extra love that I need? Yeah, these are the things that the universe are trying to stop you from putting yourself in a disconnected, disempowered state, handing all your power away. Now we have this month Venus shifting into Cancer on the 17th, and then Chiron shifting retrograde on the 19th. So there's lots of extra sensitive energy coming around. We need to be our own inner parent. Knight of Pentacles comes in and says, slow and steady wins the race here. Yeah, like we said, slow it down. It's the consistency, not the perfection. You might be dealing with a little passive-aggressive energy, but at the same time, the way in which July is supporting us is that we are all able to get much more emotionally intimate with ourselves and with the things that are important and with people, so that we can have the necessary conversations. Now, the Knight of Pentacles suggests, along with that Three of Wands and the opening up with the page here, that for me, there are opportunities that are coming in on the horizon. This is why mid-month you might want to take a bit of a pause with this wait and see. It's kind of further supported and strengthened, really, because Jupiter is also going to go retrograde in Aries at the end of the month. And so it had us all impulsive and like gaining ground and wanting to expand and to grow really fast. And now we have a little bit of a, okay, where did that leave us? What did we miss in the process? How has it actually impacted us fully, in terms of that course that we took, that action that led to things unraveling or unfolding at a very high energy. And we get to just make sure that we're okay. And that's important. We have to find balance within the self. Otherwise, if you're not making these shifts internally, doesn't matter how much is shifted on the external, you won't be able to receive it. So you can't enjoy it. You can't fully be in gratitude for the way in which you've manifested it. So I really like how they are guiding you through the course of this month, Sagittarius. And part of this is also about you being able to normalize sharing things that are really positive, because again, lately there's been this kind of, let's share the struggle, let's share the pain, let's share all of the things that have been so difficult, but we're also wanting to recognize those beautiful little moments where you say, you know what, I'm noticing that I'm now better at this. This is now showing up for me, which is a direct indication of where I've made progress over here. So we see you, King of Swords, with the sewing needle, almost like knitting together, pulling together these disparate parts of yourself, different areas of your life that now need to all work harmoniously. And here's the thing, if you've been sort of trying to juggle or split your energy because work expected you to be this person and friends expected you to be like this, and then when you were at your family you had to play it this way, and King of Swords comes in with a kind of quite defiant, focused, laser-like precision that says, hey Sag, here's the thing, you need to do you, and everybody else has to get on board with that, because if you don't do you, then even if it's subtle, every single time you show up trying to be something for someone else, you are depleting your own natural source of energy and power. And the King of Swords says, I'm here by lived experience. That's not the way. I know different. And as you balance out your intuition and the logical, practical moves that you have to make to do things, this is why you may well have a change of mind mid-month. because you'll realize, actually, I've kind of been carried to that position or to that point by someone else telling me it was the right thing for me. Or, this might be serving me right now, but in terms of where I want to go, it's actually taking me off in completely the wrong direction. So as certain events unfold and certain revelations come to light through the course of this month, you are going to be processing things really differently. It's going to come from a place of, will this bring me peace? So as we come further into the month, Sun in Leo, 10 of Cups, beautiful. We also have the Asteroid Goddess Ceres shifting into Leo. Remember, I do the Goddess reports. You can find the link for that in the description box underneath. So we'll do your personal chart and then show you the influences of 12 of the Goddess energies and how they shape your life paths. So the 10 of Cups comes in here, and the suggestion is that what's at stake here is your happiness. What's at stake here is your contentment. What's coming forth as wanting to be the priority is what's going to give you clarity, calm, joy, connection, intimacy, togetherness. So anything that's driving you away from that, even though it may feel like a spiritual shortcut, it's still trying to define you. It's still putting you in a box and making you plug into a matrix that just doesn't feel good to you. Now, Juno, Asteroid Goddess, on the 25th is going to go retrograde in Pisces. Remember, she rules marriage and partnerships, contracts, and we're going to be asking ourselves how we relate to others. And with this retrograde energy that's going to be right through October, we're going to be asking the question, what am I sacrificing? In Pisces, themes of your spiritual journey, your artistry, your creative ideas, your hopes, your dreams, but also addictions, illusion, fantasy, escapism. So this is going to be coming up, and as you consider what you're getting into bed with, who you're tying yourself in with, formally, professionally, romantically, personally, and remember, in 8th house, there's a lot of energy of shared resources that's going to be discussed and coming up. Yeah, some of you may be in the process of, endings, divorces, or dealing with situations where you're having to look at the shared money. And so there's a lot of deeper questioning that needs to take place this month for you so that you can make sure you're being true to you. Now, we have a new moon coming in Leo on the 28th of the month, same day that Jupiter goes retrograde in Aries. And what we're seeing at that point is that Page of Swords, you have something to say. You have something to say. It's really heartfelt. You've learned your lesson here, which is really beautiful. You've absorbed and taken in. And now this is at the point where it's almost like your wish has been granted by the universe. You've been given a platform. You've been given the opportunity now to say what your heart is really feeling, to put it out there. And for me, the response is really, really powerful because it's coming from a very honest place with you. It's really direct. And you kind of couldn't have arrived at this point had you not been taken on this journey through the month. So it is going to be one of these experiences in July where you will feel the pressure of it, and you will be invited to keep returning back. It's like they keep sending you back to go, they keep returning you back to the self. So every time you try and make a step forward, it's like, not yet, not this way, not here. So it's not that it's like blocks, but it could feel quite frustrating for you. But when you get it, like you really get it, and then it's just like things open up, and they open up in a really beautiful, meaningful way, people will start to look at you really differently this month. Because there's something about the way in which you are just dancing with that new destiny now that you can feel in a way that's more profound than ever before. And that's really sacred, it's really special. Let's have a look and see what your oracle cards want to say in relation to your reading, Sagittarius. Justice is on your side this month, it feels to me. Like the outcome will be what you need it to be. Will it be what you want it to be? I think in some regards. But you also have to open up to the possibility that right now destiny is delivering in a way that is serving you in your highest timeline. So you have moon dance here, and you are literally like on the high wire, and there's this kind of tiptoeing, but you still have your balance, which is beautiful. You've got your three little birds sitting here, kind of waiting for the announcement, waiting for the revelation. Remember, around those moons we have the reveal, if you like, and you're holding on to it. So you're the one in charge of deciding when this information is going to be delivered. Now, we have the buildings beneath it, just like we have the buildings in justice here. So the just and fair outcome is actually, you know, being indicated that in terms of like, it's you that's the one that's making the decision here. Yeah, you're the one that's deciding what comes next. And remember, to be able to kind of navigate this like high wire, you've already developed the courage to step out there. You've already developed the strength to be able to hold yourself there. You're already clear on so many things. So if there is a moment where you decide that you need to change your mind or your direction, then you can feel wholly empowered and courageous to be able to do that. It's not about what anyone else says. And those three little birds are just sitting waiting on you. You know, they're not the ones that are dictating here. Okay, let's have a look at your astrology card. Oh, you have Chiron. Okay, well, none of us will escape the impact and the feeling. You know, when these planets move station direct or retrograde, we always feel them. There's always a kind of upheaval energy for the days sort of leading up to and afterwards. And of course, because it's squaring that full moon, there's going to be a tense energy around that. But feeling the pain is important, because then we can locate where it's coming from, and then we know how to address it and what it is that needs healed. It's when we're in a place of such disconnection that we're avoiding it, or, you know, bypassing it or disowning it, that we run into issues. So the fact that you are feeling everything with that energy of Chiron, I think is really helpful, because that's what I see that full moon is going to be doing. It's almost a sense of like helping you to emerge from it feeling more whole and integrated, because of the honest, vulnerable, direct conversations that you're going to be able to have as you're held with a strong, firm foundation, and you address what needs to be done. Yeah, and you get right to the root of it with things, and you can be confident in what emerges from it. So this is a general reading for the month of July. Just a little reminder, my deck, Life Soul Vision Oracle, is coming out at the end of July. If you've pre-ordered, thank you so much. If you want to check it out, if you haven't already seen it, you can find the link in the description in the comment section. Can't wait to start using this with you properly on the channel. So now what I'm going to do is just invite you to think about a personal question, Sagittarius, something that might not have come up in the main spread. Let's go ahead and pull you a couple of cards on that one. Okay, what we'll do is cover that off in our extended reading. If you're new to the channel, again, you can find the link in the description box, and it's another 20-25 minutes of me going deeper into this month for you and exploring your personal question. It's a way to support the channel so I can keep showing up with your free readings. I'm really appreciative of those of you who resonate and decide to join me there. And let's just clarify this main spread now. So we've got the Hierophant coming in here. Queen of Air. She's been showing up a lot, really linking this month for me in with Pallas Athena, actually. Okay, Justice. Oh, double Justice. Wow. Interesting. And Four of Wands. Yeah, there's that celebration, accomplishment for you. King of Cups is coming in with the Two of Cups, so this might be on a relationship front for some of you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, perhaps. Relevant. Also the Knight of Cups, nice. Page of Pentacles there with the page, and the Queen of Cups, so I like that. Okay. Eight of Cups. Three of Cups. Three of Swords coming through there. Fool. That's that pain though, yeah? Like it's coming up to be cleared. It's cathartic. It's a release energy. It's positive. Chariot. Nice. The World and the Ten of Cups. Okay, beautiful. Oh, you have some wisdom to share this month, Sagittarius. Let's hope people are listening. All right, thank you so much. I'm going to leave it there. If you'd like to join me for the extended, we will continue this conversation there. You have a beautiful month of July. You take care.